Hello, my name is Ashley Huscholtz, and I am doing a PowerPoint project on Greek culture for my oral communications and interpersonal communications class. What I will be talking about are the key values of Greek culture, group experiences within the United States, notable achievements of the Greek culture, do's and taboos, important communication patterns, as well as need-to-knows for communicating with people in the Greek culture. Some of the key values of Greeks nowadays are religion is a major part of their daily life. Most of them are Orthodox, which means they all attend an Orthodox Greek church, which is more Christianity than Protestant. And a lot of the current, especially immigrants, have decided that they are going to switch to Christianity just to better become acculturated in the United States. Family is also very huge. It is very, very important. Several generations may live together in the same house. They also help each other out a lot and do big meals together. Major holidays are spent back at home in the home village, and everybody helps and works together to put together the big family meals, and they are big family meals. Interpersonal relationships are extremely important to Greeks. They are very particular about how they respond to people. They're very polite, and they like to get to know each other. And a big thing is wives are actually expected to submit or be subservient to their husbands. The husbands definitely rule the house. It is a machismo society. Experiences here in the United States have varied. Usually they're very successful here, and family obviously still plays a huge major role. A lot of times when they come here, they will open restaurants especially, and many of them have actually become successful restaurant owners. I personally worked in a Greek restaurant, and they know how to do their food, that is for sure. Those who have migrated to the United States have actually become very acculturated. They have become to accept the individualistic society of the United States, but they do tend to keep their collectivist style when it comes to intimate relationships. They have very high self-sacrificing. Usually the elderly will immigrate with the families as well, and the reason they do is because then they can stay in the house and they help around with the housework and help raise the younger generation. Some of the notable achievements of the Greeks. Ancient Greek is still very influential today in the United States. The philosophers and artists play a big part. We always talk about, Aristotle, and it's a very big tourism place. That's their main income comes from tourism. Even the Olympic Games that we see nowadays have come from Greek culture. Greek food is popular all over the world for many, many different reasons and in different places. They have a Mediterranean style of cooking, and actually there are foods that you can get that are the same from one village to another, but they are prepared differently with different food, whatever is available in that area. One of my favorites, I have to say, is the gyro, the American adaptation of the gyro, which is lamb and beef on a pita, and they serve it with tzatziki sauce, which is actually cucumber sauce, and it's very delicious. Ancient Greek fashion Greek fashion in general is very unique, and it is popular all over the world for various reasons. And ancient Greek fashions inspire today still the designers. There are a good amount of do's and some very, very important taboos when it comes to Greek culture. A big do is keep eye contact. Always, always, always keep eye contact when talking to somebody, otherwise they may deem you as untrustworthy. If you happen to be in a tavern and somebody buys you food, like a food item or even a drink, all that is required is to say thank you and take a small sip. They say that a lot of Americans, when visiting, will try to drink or eat the entire thing when it's not necessary. All you have to do is say thank you and just simply try what has been given to you. Women, it is especially important when you are visiting a church that you are fully covered. Wear long skirts and not pants, and make sure that your shoulders are covered. This is very important because it is considered disrespectful for women to show too much skin. A big taboo is an open-faced hand in front of somebody's face in the Greek culture. So when you are doing, representing the number 5, always make sure that your palm is facing yourself. Don't try to stop anybody from smoking by clearing your throat or saying something, because most of them are chain smokers, which this I can also attest to. My 2 bosses were definitely chain smokers. And another big thing is do not stare at a person for too long if you're not in a conversation with them, because they have a fear of passing around the evil eye by doing this. There are many important communication patterns when it comes to the Greek. Again, it's important to take time to build those interpersonal communication relationships. When over there doing business, it is important to let them lead the business aspect. They like to get to know who they're working with ahead of time. They don't just jump right into talking business. Generally, that takes place at the second meeting. They do spend a lot of time gossiping and communicating, and this is mostly done in coffee shops around Greece. In the written alphabet, the accents over the letters are where emphasis is supposed to be. They pronounce a lot of their words differently than you would expect them to. Also, Greeks take great pride in their written alphabet. They will talk about how current words come from the Greek alphabet. Important things to remember when communicating with Greeks: always, always, always make eye contact, because to do otherwise would imply that you are untrustworthy, which is not something that you really want to be viewed as. Take the time to go through the niceties of getting to know people when having a conversation with them. It's not really necessary to do a lot of self-disclosure, stuff that you wouldn't tell anybody else on a normal day. Address elders with respect. I know this is kind of a weird one to think about, but elders are really a valued member of community in Greece, and it's very, very important that when you are addressing them, you do so with respect. Thank you all for taking the time to listen. I hope you have a wonderful day.